On today's episode of The Happy House,
we're at Vertical Endeavors and we're gonna learn all about climbing. These monkeys are having fun.
And then
I'm with fashion designer and stylist Christopher Straub, and he's gonna help me reboot my closet.
Keep this in black because that can take you into evening.
Okay.
So then you can eliminate that, and this is a great daytime one, and it's also great for spring.
stay tuned for The Happy House.
I'm at Vertical Endeavors today, a climbing gym, and I am here with Dave, the Director of Safety, Training, and Guiding.
Correct.
And we are going to talk about the benefits of climbing, how to get started, just sort of all of it. So I've actually climbed just a couple of times in my life, and I think it's a really fun indoor hobby. And I'm interested in getting my kids started. It seems like a fun family activity. So what do I need to do to get started, Dave?
Well, you just need to have a good attitude and want to get physical, also be thoughtful about climbing. Climbing is an inherently dangerous sport, so you do have to approach it with a modicum of, safety in mind.
So it's interesting that you say it's inherently dangerous, but we were talking earlier, just a little bit before we started this interview, and injuries in indoor climbing are maybe a lot less, you were saying, than some of the sports like football and those kinds of things.
Oh, absolutely. You're much less apt to be hurt here in our indoor facility than, in my opinion, you are on a football field or a baseball diamond or anything like that.
Okay.
But we do have gravity working against us, if you will, so we do want to be careful, make sure we're following the certain procedures we're going to give to you. We have protocols, we want to make sure everything's done just so, and if it's done in that fashion, it's certainly relatively safe.
All right, so how do I get started? You've actually put a harness on me.
Well, the thing about your harness is it's a sit harness, first and foremost. So that means when you're done climbing and you want to come back down to the ground, you just sit in your harness. So it's designed to make you comfortable when you're seated. Any type of climbing that you're going to be doing in the gym, whether it's top rope climbing, auto belay climbing, or lead climbing, the rope isn't really there to assist you. It's just there to catch you if you fall, or in fact, if you finish the climb, to lower. So the harness is essential because that's your attachment point to the ropes or the system.
It's interesting because when I've climbed before, I've actually had a person on the ground who is sort of anchoring me with their weight, and I notice now that I don't see that happening. Have things changed?
Yes and no. What the anchoring person you're talking about, that's actually called the belayer in climbing. And yes, we will still be happy to belay you and do a top rope climb, but you're correct. The auto belays you see behind you and that we have sprinkled throughout this facility and other facilities that we operate, auto belays have really changed the game here. People can come into the gym and within maybe 15 minutes or so have an understanding of how to operate them and begin climbing, virtually immediately. Yeah.
So there is a little training or orientation. You're saying how long does that take? 15 minutes?
Basically 15 minutes. I mean, you have to be flexible. It depends on how busy we are, time of day, etc. But sure, we can get a parent and some children out climbing within 15 to 20 minutes at that very outside.
So how old do you have to be to start climbing?
I've seen children in diapers here, believe it or not.
Oh my gosh. That actually is a little scary to me.
Well, those are probably children of climbers.
Of climbers, okay.
Yeah, we have a real great variation in the gym. All of the climbers in this area are, most of them at least, are members of our gym, and they're here a lot. And then we have a lot of parents and family. We have a lot of climb team. We have a lot of birthday groups. When school's out of session, our gym numbers go way up. So we do have a lot of opportunities like that here, yeah.
So your title is Safety, Training, and Guiding. I get the safety and the training. What's the guiding? What's that about? I'm
actually director of VEGA, which is Vertical Endeavors Guided Adventures. It's the outdoor climbing program. I'm sure you're aware you can climb outdoors. And
you can climb things outside, like trees and such forth. Yes, okay.
But a lot of our members are, avid climbers, and a lot of our members will climb here to practice and hone their skills so that when they get outdoors, they're in tip-top shape and ready to go. But as the director of VEGA, we do a lot of outdoor programs on how to set up top rope anchors, how to lead climb, how to set traditional climbing protection, and then we offer outdoor programs for the general public as well.
Okay. One thing I noticed when I came in is some brochures on programs for like a climbing club, which I think is interesting because I have 4 kids and none of them are really that interested in team sports. It sort of makes them anxious, or they just want to kind of participate in their own thing, but they want to be part of something. Is that what that does?
It sounds like a perfect fit, actually. And it's not a climbing group, it's called Climb Team, not to let team throw you off, but we have a 6- and 7-year-old group that are called, I believe, the Little Tykes.
Okay.
And they're certainly part of our team, but the real majority of our team members are 8 to 18, and then they progress through the various teams. They climb on an individual basis with partners. They learn how to belay. They learn some movement and technique classes. A lot of our staff that aspire to be climb team coaches have to go through some pretty rigorous training and effectively be invited to be a coach. Obviously, they have to be good with kids, but they also have to be good climbers.
I like that because, again, you still are part of something bigger, but it's your own performance.
Exactly.
So we've got Ella dangling from a rope back here, but we've got this wall. But you talked to me earlier about something that I'd never heard about before. I'm wearing a harness, but you said some of your climbers that come to this gym don't ever own a harness because they do a different kind of climbing.
Well, that's true. Bouldering is what you're referring to, and bouldering is a ropeless form of climbing. So the good news is you don't need a harness, you don't need any of the expensive gear. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of climbing distilled. Our walls are roughly 12 feet tall. If you would, for lack of a better term, the downside to bouldering is there is no rope. So when you fall, you do hit the ground.
So is that the next step to this climbing, or, I mean, do I have to be very experienced to do this, or at doing this and then move on to boulder climbing, or how does it work?
Not necessarily. The boulderers who boulder are often, you know, there's some of our elite climbers. They're very adept at the sport. Bouldering is kind of a distilled version, so the hardest move on this 30-foot wall might be in a 3-foot section of that, and they really work hard at refining their technique so they can make those moves. They often will have a spotter to help assist them from, you know, hitting the back of their head or neck when they fall. So a lot of our members are just kind of into bouldering.
Okay.
The majority of the boulderers that I know, though, do also top rope and lead climbing. But you can start there and finish there if you want.
Okay, this has been really educational, and I kind of think I want to give this a go because the kids are having all the fun. Can I get on this wall?
I guess you can.
All right.
Let's figure it out. So happy if you look at how my arm is nice and straight. I'm not using any gas. If I'm in here like this, I have to really flex.
Okay.
I want to be nice and out. So put your left foot up on that guy. Then your right foot. You don't have to move your hands. Then move your left hand up to this one. And then move your right hand up to that one. Stand up with your right foot. Just one look. We can stand on one foot. Yep. There you go. Take a nice breath. Relax. We're going to move up.
I don't actually want to.
In other words, you can watch me stand on one leg. And just stand on the one leg.
I'm sure you did, monkey.
Right by your left thigh is a great left foothold. When you stand on that, it'll feel like $1,000,000. Great.
So we're at the boulder wall now. This is different than the area that we were just at because we do this without a harness. Talk to me about how I would get started with this. What's the technique I use?
Sure. Well, you have to use some slightly different technique for the most part. You always have to remember that you don't have a rope. So you will,
Good point.
You will hit the ground.
Okay. But I noticed that this is kind of springy here.
This is similar to a gymnastic floor.
Okay.
We call it in the business an impact attenuating or lessening surface. It's a very flexible, pliable surface because everybody here does land on it at some point or another. Now the idea, of course, is to land on your feet, but that doesn't always happen.
Okay.
Okay. You need to be careful here when you climb on these surfaces, because one of the things you'll find, I know you said you were a little tired earlier from the climbing we did previously.
Don't tell people.
Well, maybe you're not tired.
I'm ready. Okay, all right, let's go. Okay.
But if you grab these things in this kind of a movement, you're going to be
like
really
flexing my arm, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to be using a lot of gas and strength. So you really want to be out like this and have a straight arm. So you want to move with a straight arm. So you come up, grab it straight here, move across. You're not bending your arm. In other words, I still have all the strength there. I'm using my skeleton.
And you're only using your legs?
Well, I'm kind of focused on my arms right now.
Okay.
And when I move with my legs, I can come out to this position and it's not that stressful. If you're in like this, you're shaking and, you know, in a position where you're almost going to fall. And then when you fall, try to just swing out and land on your feet.
Well, that looks easy.
It is easy.
I mean, obviously. All right.
There you go.
I don't like that.
That's a nice one. Feet up carefully, don't forget to breathe. You move your left hand up there.
Actually, this is it.
Swing out and land on your feet. There you go, good job.
All right.
Excellent, you're a boulder.
I'm a boulder! Woo! That one was the part. I'm like, where's my next note? Sometimes.
I was very thoughtful. It's very thoughtful.
Oh yeah.
Nice, nice straight arm. Much easier than I think.
Ooh. Okay, that's it. And done. To learn more about vertical endeavors and how to start climbing with your family, visit our website. After these messages, I'm here with fashion designer and stylist Christopher Straub, and he's going to help me reboot my closet. I'm here with fashion designer and stylist Christopher Straub, and he is going to help me navigate my closet, which is very much needed. Christopher, I have a lot of clothes. I mean, this is only I have a lot of clothes, but never anything to wear. And I'm wondering what I'm doing wrong, how I'm shopping, and if you can help me kind of identify how to make things easier for me in the morning.
Well, absolutely. And I think it really begins with you going through your closet and getting rid of the clutter so you know exactly what you have, and coming up with a system where you know to go to certain sections for just your tank tops or certain sections for just your shirts or your sweaters. I think it's going to make it a lot easier, and you're going to have stuff to wear. You can shop in your own closet.
Okay. All right. That's going to be a welcome news to my household that I can shop in my own closet. So, Christopher, I love cardigans because I often feel like jackets are too structured for me, and I just like the way cardigans fall. And we'll talk about that later because you've told me that I need a jacket.
We'll get to that.
Okay. But one problem I have with cardigans is I have a lot of times the same color cardigan because I gravitate towards certain colors. And I'm wondering if they're taking up too much space, if that's one of my problems.
Well, I think we definitely, here's an opportunity. It's a perfect opportunity to tell you to choose one that's more appropriate for the situation. Okay. If we're trying to reduce what we have and make it easier to shop in your closet. So if I look at these two, there's, you know, this is that more drapey front one. It has different occasions you can wear this. And then, you know, the button front, there's, you know, this is a great daytime item. So do you own this in black? That's a key question.
You know, as chance would have it, I do.
Okay.
Because I own a lot of cardigans.
All right.
So.
Well, then I would say keep this in black because that can take you into evening.
Okay.
So then you can eliminate that, and this is a great daytime one, and it's also great for spring.
You're right, like this actually is the same, almost the exact same piece as my black, but the lighter color does make it look a lot more casual, I think. So I could keep this for my casual wear, because I don't need two casual light pink sweaters, and then keep the black one.
That's right.
For evening. Okay. I also am one problem I have is I tend to like the same things when I go shopping. And so clearly I'm a fan of red checkered items.
Red gingham. I see it. I see you wearing it. And that's really easy for us to buy duplicate things because we know we look good in them. Okay? So do you want me to be honest here?
Yes.
All right. This is a very specific look. This has a trend feel to it, but not as much versatility. This one looks very now, very fresh. You can layer this. You can layer on top of this and layer underneath it. And I think you're going to get a lot more wear out of this style than this.
Okay.
So I might have to just pull this away from you. And
That's
I'll put
fair.
this back here.
All right. Awesome. So this is another top I have that I absolutely love, but for some reason never grab it. What do you think about this?
I think this is an example of a lotta look, right? And there's statement pieces and then there's shirts like this, okay? There's a lot going on, and I think you can't build onto this outfit because you already have two different plaids. You've got an odd neckline, a third print here, gathering and pockets and contrasts here with
another detail.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a lot.
So this is one of those pieces that is by itself a winner with jeans.
Okay.
Done. But if you were to take any element of this and turn it into another shirt, you'd be able to wear it with almost any outfit.
Got it. So I can't, obviously there's all this pattern mixing going on. There's no room for anything else.
You can't add anything else. It really is like, this is the statement.
So it takes up a lot of space.
And to be honest, I don't like the statement. So I'm gonna take this one from you. I'm gonna take it over here.
That's fine. I find that to be really frustrating when I spend money on things and then they just sit in my closet.
Well, especially when you think about it that as valuable real estate, that you could have those pieces that you feel confident in whatever day.
Okay, in addition to cardigans, I love scarves, and I'm not sure how this happened or how it developed, but it's a thing. I have a lot of scarves. So I'm looking at all of these scarves I have here. Some even still have a tag on them.
All right.
And I'm kind of wondering, again, what to keep, what to get rid of. So I've got there's a lot of scarves.
This is a
on.
lot of scarves. Well, I won't make you feel so bad about the scarves because these are an easy add-on to any outfit, right? Because you don't need to base it on the scarf, right? The thing that I do notice is repetitions of colors. If you have too many whites, too many ivories, too many black, then you're not getting the usability out of them that you could. Exactly. Pick your favorites, and I'm sure there's a friend of yours that would be happy to take your scarves because
take some scarves off my hands.
Exactly, because these are great. When it comes down to items with the tag still on, and I see a bunch here, those are the ones to take a thoughtful look at and go, clearly have never worn this, but I feel bad about having spent the hard-earned money on it. Exactly. So what is the value of it? Is it really just that you don't want to waste the money, or what?
Maybe think about gifting it at that point.
They're easy to gift if you've got friends or donations.
Yep.
They love new stuff, and that brings even more to the community too. And also think about it, if you really only spent, even though it's brand new and there's still the tags on it, if you only spent a couple bucks on it, if it was on clearance, don't feel so bad about getting rid of it from your wardrobe.
That's a really good point. Okay, also, everyone says you should have a denim shirt.
Yes.
Everyone says that, and I have purchased 2 of them. One actually does still have the tag on it, and then this one I took the tag off because I've tried to wear it several times. Is maybe denim just not my thing, or what? Because I never feel quite right in it.
Maybe you need someone like me to look at you in the denim shirt, because I'll tell you how to wear it. There's all those questions about how do I wear denim if I'm wearing jeans already, and the key is to mix, don't match.
Okay, mix, don't match. Yes, got it.
Don't match. If I was wearing these jeans, I would probably not be wearing this top, right?
You might wear this one?
But I might wear this one, okay?
All right.
Or use neutrals as the base. So go with the khakis, go with the gray pants or the black pants. This is amazing. Throw on one of these red scarves or ColourPop scarves, and you're ready to roll.
Thank you so much. You have helped me get rid of some things, and after the break, we're going to talk about things I don't have, but I need to get. I'm back with Christopher Straub. We've gotten rid of a few things, but now he's going to help me identify some pieces I need to complete my wardrobe.
That's right. There's items that I need to see in your wardrobe, and we'll go through starting with a little black dress. Now this is
LBD?
Yes. Every lady needs an LBD, and it doesn't have to be a going out dress. It doesn't have to have the shimmer and the sparkle. It could just be basics that you can dress up for work, dress down for the weekend, or even dress up and add those bling pieces to make it into evening. But you don't have to start with an evening dress.
So when we're talking about real estate, this is a prime contender because it takes up very little space and it does a whole bunch of things.
It's gonna solve a lot of problems for you.
Okay. Then, oh, I like what I'm seeing right here.
Yes. So we need a handbag that's also a utility bag. So one of those oversized totes that's gonna get you in and out anywhere you need to go. You throw your wallet in there, or even has that polish to it that you can take that to a boardroom meeting. You can take that out in the evening as well. But those oversized bags are gonna solve a lot of problems for you as well.
They do. My bags actually cause me problems too because I shove so many things into them, but it's great because I just always have what I need. Now, how do you feel about one tote? Should I go more glossy on the tote? If I'm gonna pick one, more glossy or muted? What do you think?
I like a statement bag. But that means you have to tie it back to your outfit.
Okay.
So anything with those neutrals, those tan, black, gray, white, those are gonna have more occasions in them, and
More
you're
bang
gonna,
for your buck.
Exactly, you're gonna gravitate to them quicker.
Perfect. All right, so then let's go here.
A perfect pair of fitted jeans, and I like them in a light wash and a dark wash, and I think those are going to be your go-to for any day that fit well. And you know, you take a lot of time when you go into the fitting rooms. Might as well find something that's perfect, right?
And I think a lot of people are afraid to have, or if the jeans aren't exactly right, they might pass them up. You can get the waist taken in or a hem for probably like $8 on the waist and $8 on the hem. I mean, it does not cost a lot to make those jeans fit you exactly right.
Yeah, it's the tailoring is always going to help you. It's never going to be a bad idea.
Yes. Okay, and then our last thing that I need, and I'm afraid of this, but
I'm going to get you into the perfect blazer.
Okay.
All right? And these are great for, you can put this with anything. You can put it with a dress, either a long or short dress. These maxi dresses with blazers are all over the runway right now. And easy for work, or if you need a little polish, if you're going to the PTA meeting, pass up the sweatshirt, throw on a blazer, and I know you have a hard time. You feel that they're
boxy,
tricky for you, right? We need to get the fit right.
And
that's where that tailoring comes in.
I was just going to say, this is where I probably maybe should choose something I like, but invest the money in getting it tailored.
Absolutely. And length is key too, because not everybody is proportioned the same way. Yep. So if you're longer in the waist or longer in the hip, those are going to completely change the proportions of these other jackets, right? So go in, try a bunch, invest in a black one and a brown one, or another neutral.
Got it.
Yeah.
This has been so helpful. I am ready to weed some things out and then actually go shopping. Thank you so much for helping me today, Christopher. I feel like I've got so much more insight on what I have in my own closet, and I know how to shop my closet now.
Now you have the tools.
To learn more about what we've talked about today and Christopher Straub, visit his website, christopherstraub.com, or our website.
I hit the button on accident. You were halfway up and I hit the button. I was trying to get...
Do you see what he does to me?
That's great.